Now to the other developing story we've been following tonight. For the first time, we're seeing video from inside Robb Elementary School of the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas.
This video is really important, but it also is very difficult to watch. The video is being released after community members, lawmakers, and families called for transparency.
The video you will see from the hallway that led to the classroom where a gunman with an assault rifle killed 19 students and 2 teachers on May 24th.
Our sister station in Austin, Texas obtained the videos, and we're doing this for these victims and for their families and for the people of Uvalde and the people of Texas who have been desperate to learn what happened inside that school. In 1 minute, a small part of that video will air here on 5 News, and we'll have more clips online. Now, the video is hard to watch. You will see the gunman walk down the hallway. You will hear gunfire. You will also see a small army of law enforcement officers in that hallway more than a half hour before finally making it into that classroom.
Let us also explain, though, what you won't see. You will not see anyone being shot. You will not hear the screams of victims. You will not see blood or gore. You will simply see the hallway outside that classroom.
There have been calls for all parts of government and law enforcement to release the video and the audio. Just yesterday, in fact, Texas Governor Greg Abbott spoke live to our sister station in Austin and called for its release.
That video needs to be released, as well as the audio. So there's both audio and video of exactly what happened in that school, and everything that does not contain images of those who lost their lives and the victims should be released to the public. As you know, reporters have seen it, stories have been written about it. There is no law enforcement reason that I can see why that video should not be released.
All right, now we're going to go through this in several segments that we've identified as being significant for one reason or another to our understanding of what happened, or to better understand what happened. The first clip shows just how fast the gunman was able to get into the building and into that classroom.
Let's go ahead and watch just the beginning of that. And again, you will hear the sound of gunfire in this video, though we've taken audio out of portions of this video. Now, that gunfire went on for 3 minutes, and one of the most striking images is that small child at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen coming out of the bathroom, turning the corner, seeing the armed gunman in his school, and hearing that gunfire. And you could hear screaming faintly down the hall.
That video coming from a surveillance video looking down the hallway. If you can see here, authorities have said the school door the gunman entered was not locked at the time he came in. All right, now the next video we're going to look at is when the first officers arrived on scene about 3 minutes after the gunman.
Now, you can still hear the gunman shooting as the officers arrive. A number of officers from the Uvalde Police Department, as well as from the school district, arrive. And you can see those officers have protective gear, and at least one has a rifle.
They initially pursue the gunman, but are met with a blast of gunfire. Police then retreat to the end of the hallway, as you can see here, as more gunfire goes off, and they'll stay there for 45 minutes.
Now to the next video. Let's look at that chunk of time. We want to note we've sped this up because not a lot happens for this next period of time. Over the next 45 minutes, we see a number of officers arrive. More protective gear arrives, including high-powered weapons. And at one point, they bring in tear gas canisters and then put them down. Colonel Steve McCraw with the Texas Department of Public Safety calls this an abject failure of law enforcement, saying police failed to act in a timely manner. Now, in that time lapse, there is additional gunfire from the shooter. Police knowing that it's still an active shooting.
Yeah, the day of the shooting, officers first said they exchanged gunfire with the gunman as he walked in the building and then walked down the hallway to that classroom, which they did admit later that was not true. The video now shows that's not true. Police showed up 3 minutes after the gunman got there.
Now, remember that at the end of the day, all of this comes back to these victims and their families. We do have more of this breakdown on our website at 5newsonline.com.